Deflation is the decrease in the general price levels of goods and services. As I told you that deflation is just the opposite of inflation. And likewise inflation, we had causes of inflation, disadvantages of inflation, certain advantages of inflation. Similarly for deflation as well, we have certain advantages and disadvantages. It all depends that whether we are talking about good deflation or bad deflation. Good deflation simply means that the prices of the goods and services are decreasing just because that the aggregate supply is increasing. And that is a good sign for the economy. When the aggregate supply is increasing, the prices definitely will go down. And maybe the countries exploring new resources and utilizing the resources in the better way now in the best possible manner. The economic activity and the production activity is encouraged. So overall, the aggregate supply is increasing in the economy and that will decrease the prices. That is a good thing. That's why we say that it's a good deflation. But bad deflation may hurt many of the countries in the world right now also. Japan has a very long sustained deflation in the last 15 years. And it is actually a problem for them. Why? Because if you have deflation, it is an indication also that there is not much demand for goods and services. So the producers will be pessimists. They will think that there is not much demand in the economy. Why should we produce more? So they will be discouraged to produce more. So bad deflation is because of a decrease in aggregate demand. Decrease in aggregate demand. And that is not a good sign for any of the economy that we have the prices are decreasing just because of the fact that there is low demand in the economy. So good deflation and bad deflation. Another thing which I already told you, that if the question comes that analyze the method of calculating inflation, we always say that we use the consumer price index. That method will be utilized. And what were the methods? We talked about the selection of the base year, average family, basket of goods and services, weightage given to the products, and getting information from the retailers and the households. And also then we will use the formula difference in the CPI divided by the CPI of the base year multiplied by 100. That is the formula for inflation. And if there is a negative value of inflation, we say that it will be considered as deflation. Remember, a slight difference between deflation and disinflation. Deflation is the decrease in the prices of goods and services in an economy over a period of time. But disinflation is the decrease in the rate of inflation. Very good. Another term we should be remembering is hyperinflation. Hyperinflation are the extreme rates of inflation which varies from 10% to infinity. That high can be the inflation. And in that case, the worth of the currency will go down completely and people will lose confidence. Demandful deflation. Demandful deflation. Of demandful deflation, this diagram is lacking something. What is it? E1, E2 is missing. E1, E2, arrows are missing. Arrows are missing. So, general price level 1 decrease to general price level 2. This is a demandful deflation. When the aggregate demand is decreasing, it is shifting towards the left side. It is shifting towards the left side. So aggregate demand is decreasing. This simply means it is a bad deflation. What is it? A bad deflation. because the demand is going down, it will have a greater negative impact on the producers. Greater negative impact on the producers. Why? Because they will feel there is no demand in the economy. Why should we produce more? Why should we expand our businesses? So they will restrict themselves. Okay. Got it? Here, and this will lead to a recession also. When there is so much decrease in demand, and supply will be decreasing, and it will be coming to a point that it is becoming a problem for the economy, for the government. Not enough supply for other goods and services. Whereas this is now the example of good deflation. Why? Because the aggregate supply is shifting towards the right side. Whatever spare capacity is in the economy, now the producers are utilizing that spare capacity. They are producing more, maybe because of higher technology, high and advanced efficient technology. Your workers are becoming very productive and speedy and perfect. So your wastes are less, quality control is there, quality assurance is there, and aggregate supply is increasing and shifting towards the right side. This shift on the right means that there will be more available in the economy as compared to the demand. So this means that everybody's wants are being satisfied. Prices will start to increase. Because if you see the aggregate demand also, if it is increasing that much and the supply is increasing this much, it will widen the gap and decrease the prices a lot. But the good news is that the aggregate supply is increasing, and that will increase your decrease the prices from general price level 1 to general price level 3, and that will represent a good deflation.